Today on our 2018 Mazda CX-5, we're going to be doing a test fit on the Yakima Crossbars roof rack system. We'll be using part numbers Y00421 for the 50-inch long steel Crossbars, part number Y00146 for the Yakima Baseline Towers, part number Y06130 for the Yakima Base Clip Fit Kit, and part number Y06154 for the other Base Clip Fit Kit. This Yakima roof rack system is going to allow you to carry roof-mounted accessories on your Mazda CX-5. Things like bike racks, kayak carriers, cargo boxes, and much more. It's going to work with your standard clamp-on accessories, however, it will not accept your T-track accessories because it's solid. The Crossbars are supported by 4 Yakima Baseline Towers. They're padded so they won't harm or scratch our CX-5's roof. The Fit Kit is also padded so it does not harm or scratch the inside of our door. Now, one great feature is the Baseline Towers feature a cover so it hides our hardware. That way it's going to deter anyone from removing it from our CX-5. Now, if you'd like to, the covers have a plastic core that you can knock out so you can add the Yakima SKS locking cores. Next, we're going to give you a couple measurements. This is going to give you an idea of how high your roof rack actually sits above your vehicle. From the top of the roof to the underside of the bar is about 3 inches. From the top of the roof to the top of the bar is about 4 inches. Now that we got all the features, I'll go ahead and show you how to get it set up. Now, I've already got my front crossbar in position. Per our instructions, we need to take a measurement on each side from the corner of our windshield up to the beginning portion of our baseline towers. Once we've got that set, we have our position for our front crossbar. Our rear crossbar installs very similar. Let's go ahead and do that together. I've got one side already completed. Let's do the other side. We'll first start off by taking our baseline tower. We want to take this plastic piece here and fit it in the center. Now we'll line it up and push it into place and it should snap right in. Just like that. Then we'll take our Crossbar fit. We're going to line that up with the bolt in the center. We're going to hold it in place and we're going to turn it over. And we're going to be turning our attention to this opening here. Now, as you can see, it's not open, so we want to open this door here. And that's going to make it visible. Let's go ahead and start tightening this up. We don't want to tighten it down all the way. We just want it loosely installed. That way we can slide it onto the bar. Since we're here, let's go ahead and take our pad and put it in place. We want to be sure that the notched out portion is facing away, like you see it here. There's also a little arrow. We want to make sure that's facing away. Once you've got it snapped in, we can slide it onto our Crossbar. Now it's very simple. Simply line it up and slide it in place. And while we're here, let's go ahead and place on our end cap. Then we can turn it over. We need to make sure we have the correct distance between the two. You can find that in your instructions. Once we've got it set, we can take our included tool and tighten up this bolt here. Now also, per our instructions, we need to make sure that we've got it set in the middle of these 3 settings. Go ahead and tighten it up, and our included tool is going to tell us when we've got it properly torqued by listening for 3 clicks. Now we've got this front setting we need to have. It's going to be our toe position. Our other one is our pitch. You can see how it moves like so. It too needs to be set in the center. And go ahead and get 3 clicks out of our tool there. And then we're ready to set it in place on top of our Mazda CX-5. Now you want to be sure your doors are opened up. We can set it in place in the general area. Now you want to be sure that the round portion of the bar is facing forward, as you see it here. And then we need to take a measurement, which is found in our instructions. We need to be sure and measure from the front of the crossbar to the front of the other crossbar. And we need to do that for both sides. Now, another thing we need to be sure of is that our pad is sitting on this flat portion of our CX-5 on both sides. We can see here that we're set up perfectly. Now we can take our hook, we'll open up our door, and we need to be sure we have the correct hook. The front crossbars hooks are different from the rears. Once we've ensured we've got the correct one, we want to slide it into this gap underneath, and our bolt on the inside here is going to catch it so it can't come back out. With it in position, take our included tool, and we're going to come up to this bolt here and start tightening it down. As you can see, it's going to turn the angle of our hook, which is what we want, until it makes contact with our CX5. From there, we then want to make sure that it makes contact underneath, so we can then tighten down this bolt here. Let's go ahead and set that up for both sides. With both sides making contact, we can begin tightening it down. It's a good idea to alternate sides. Once you've got it mostly tightened down, you want to use your included tool and listen for those 3 clicks. After that, you can close up the door. We'll also want to be sure that the top door is closed up, and then we can put on our cover. Now our cover fits in a certain way. We've got these open hinges at the bottom. Those fit here, roll it up, and then snap it into position. And that's going to complete our test fit of the Yakima Crossbar Roof Rack system on our 2018 Mazda CX-5.